Good morning, everybody. It is January 31, Wednesday, 2024. Last day of January. Wanted to make this video and talk about what's going on in Texas and what this Texan thinks about it. And to be honest, I have been all over the place about it. I've been from excited to the point where I wanted to grab my gear, gas up the Batmobile, and get my monkey ass to the border and help out. But that knee-jerk reaction does not bode well. And why does that not bode well? Well, because I feel that we are being wily coyoted. Remember when Wile E. Coyote be chasing the Roadrunner and Roadrunner would somehow magically enter that picture that Wile E. Coyote painted on the side of the cliff, and Wile E. Coyote would smash up against it? Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, guys. We have not only a politician as our governor, but we have a lawyer. And as such, let's just say Texas is a commercial kitchen with a lot of pots on the burners. And Abbott is running around with a thermometer, and he's just taking temperatures of everything on his stove. And the thing is that Abbott is a centrist at heart. He would rather swim around in the middle of the pool, not in the shallow end, not in the deep end, but in the little safe middle of the pool where, you know, he's not making waves, but he's also not, you know, running around with a life jacket on. He's safe. You know, this border thing, it's not a new issue. It's, you know, it's been crazy, at least recently, since Biden took office. And, you know, he did those insane executive orders in his first week. Caravans, you know, mounted up and hit the road before the man even finished swearing in. And why is it only now, 3 years later, that we're playing the FAFO game? This is Texas. You know, we've been sitting here for the last 3 years watching DeSantis, you know, fight the good fight and doing his thing. We're sitting here and watching Oklahoma be more Texas than Texas. Florida being more Texas than Texas. You know, we've got the busing of migrants to, you know, sanctuary cities. Now, unfortunately, this is a very high school thing to do. Is it making other states uncomfortable? Yeah, so it would seem. Is it fixing the problem? No. But it's an election year. Abbott's balls are on the chopping block. And he kind of likes his nuts, evidently. So he goes to his bed and reaches under his bed and he pulls out his cowboy boots. And decides to be a real Texan. Only now because his ass is on the chopping block. And you gotta ask the question, how far will this go? And look at the border, guys. Is he really stopping something? Maybe. I mean, he's plugging a big hole in a boat that's sinking. Because it's got a lot of holes in it. Now, as a person who makes my living driving these mean streets of Houston, what happens when there's a car crash on a major freeway between me and my destination? Well, I either sit in traffic, make it to my destination late, or I get off the major thoroughfare, cut through a back street or a frontage road, get past the accident, get back on, and do my thing. It has already made the news, guys, that these caravans and these large swaths of people are already not even going to Eagle Pass anymore. Are there some going there? Yeah, they probably didn't get the note. Probably missed the email that, Abbott's doing this thing. And it might also be, more of those whole, actors, crisis actors. So the real deal smugglers aren't even going to Eagle Pass anymore. They've tested the waters for, a couple of days, and they went around. There's money to be made. They ain't stupid. There's money on the line, and they got to make that money. Because unfortunately, if they don't make the money, the cartel kills them. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what needs to happen if Abbott really has the backing of these 25 governors? He needs those governors to send him their state guard straight up and deploy them not just in Eagle Pass. Let Texas sit at Eagle Pass. Let that be our Alamo. But all the other ones need to plug the other holes. Can they be plugged? I mean, with 25 different National Guards, we should be able to put a serious freaking dent in that. I don't 100% know how many holes there are, but there you go. I mean, and then what's going to happen? They're not going to stop. They're going to go to California. They're going to enter through, Southern California. Southern California already, lets them. I think they actually cut down and dismantled the wall that Trump built in Southern California. The bits of it that was there. Because they didn't want any impedance of flow down. And, just because we stop them from coming to Texas isn't going to stop them. And Texit, I believe, Texit, is more of a bowel movement than a real honest movement, guys. Is it something that I would believe in? Hell yeah, I believe in it. Is it something that I would love to see happen? Hell yeah, I'd love to see it happen. Will it happen? Snowball's chance in hell, guys. Because I don't care how many pseudo-politicians, former politicians, wannabe politicians, and the politicians that are not on camera all the time. The ones who are trying to make a name for themselves. They've got to, stand for something so that they can, they have something that they can run on. Because literally they're just, minor politicians. Are they a vote in Texas politics? Probably. But they're just one sand on the beach. You gotta have the big boys. The ones who, the cameras look to, and the ones who are always on the camera to make something happen. And unfortunately, our lieutenant governor, as well as the Grand Abbot, aren't talking about a Texas. Oddly enough, Greg Abbott does not want to be a president. He's happy being a governor. Or he sees if we did secede and leave the Union, maybe he wouldn't win re-election or be elected as the president. That's definitely a question. And if we did leave, what would happen to all of our federal politicians? That's their bread and butter, guys. That's their movers and shakers and swingers and everything. Do you really think that, as much as I love Ted Cruz, he'd give up that cherry gig? Doubt it. I mean, he's currently in a cherry gig that has no term limits on it, so he can basically die in office. Sheila Jackson Lee, you think she wants to get rid of that cherry gig? Nah. Dan Crenshaw, he's got a taste of that milk now. Guarantee you that house he bought on, a veteran's salary, He probably ain't living in that no more. That $100,000, salary that he makes, he probably just gives that to, his wife and kids to, play money.